I think we're going to have to think about healthcare very, very differently. And I think we're going to have to move to an insurance-based system of healthcare. Frankly, I would feel more comfortable that my money would return value if I was able to do that through the marketplace of an insurance company than just us trustingly giving 100 billion a year to central government and expecting them to organise the healthcare service from cradle to grave for us. I am not in favour of completely dismantling the BBC. I don't think the BBC needs to spend as much money making comedy programmes. 40 years ago, they produced fantastic comedy programmes, but the world has changed. So I think, a slimmed-down BBC that focuses more on radio than television, who could buy in programmes and show them, that would be a better BBC. That would be a licence fee maybe of £40 to £50 a year, as opposed to the licence fee we have today. As we've increased workers' rights, maternity leave.
Against workers, are you?
Well, clearly, if you're not going to be polite, I shan't bother with you. But I'll make this point to you.
Go on then.
We all think, when it comes to employment, that we're talking about big companies. And we forget that 60% of people employed in Britain are employed in companies that employ less than 10 staff. And the big problem with employees' rights and protections is that it doesn't just apply to the giant multinationals, it applies to the small firms as well. And I would very much like us to free up the labour market so that Britain's 4.2 small million businesses are no longer afraid to take on school leavers. Foreign aid doesn't work. If we want to help Black Africa and the poor third world, what we should do, outside the common agricultural policy, is bring down the huge tariffs we put on them if they want to sell us cut flowers or green beans from Kenya or whatever it is. We should get rid of those tariffs and give them a chance to trade with us on fair terms and let them trade their way out of poverty. Just giving money to somebody who's poor, it doesn't matter how many times you do it, most of it gets swallowed up in corruption and it never, ever solves the problem. I think it is reasonable and proper that if somebody who is able-bodied and able-minded, and yes, there'll be arguments on definition, but on the general principle, sir, if somebody is able-bodied and able-minded, they should not, after 6 months of receiving benefits, expect to receive those benefits without giving something back to the state in return. And if that means cleaning litter or learning a new trade, that actually, I think, would benefit everybody.
I was awakened at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Would not speak for very long, even on the